My name is Marianne Adele Longfellow O'Donoghue. Among many accomplishments, I am known for writing poetry and stories for the newspapers. Some of my works would later be put to music as Christian hymns. In 1897, I was rejected from membership in the Washington Press Club, but I would not be deterred. My friends Margaret Sullivan Burke and Anna Sanborn Hamilton and I founded the National League of American Penwomen, and with that, a new legacy of women would be born. We had a talented group of women that would receive national and worldwide recognition through their various art forms and tenacity. Let's meet some of them.
My name is Vinnie Ream Hoxie. In 1866, at just 18 years old, I was selected to sculpt a memorial statue of President Abraham Lincoln, the first time a female had ever been commissioned by the U.S. government. I had the privilege of knowing President Lincoln before his passing. He was a very kind man, but he was deeply grieved by his time in office. During my work in the Capitol building, I was frequently visited by senators and generals, allowing me further opportunities for commissions and social causes.
My name is Anna Mary Robertson, but you can call me Grandma Moses. I spent most of my youth devoted to a life of agriculture and to my family. It wasn't until in my 70s that time allowed me to focus on my true passion, painting. A self-taught artist, my works often depicted country life. These works were later discovered in 1938 by an art collector who bought my entire collection. Imagine that. I went on to be featured in museums, department stores, and solo exhibitions in New York. In 1949, I met with President Harry Truman to be presented with the Women's National Press Club Award. This inspired me to switch from a paintbrush to a pen, and I wrote my 1952 memoir. I was immensely honored by New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller on September 7, 1960, declaring Grandma Moses Day on both my 100th and 101st birthday.
My name is Pearl S. Buck. I spent much of my childhood in China with my missionary family. I was tutored in both China and in the United States, earning my bachelor's degree in Virginia and my first master's at Cornell University. I would later receive a second master's from Yale. I dabbled in teaching as I traveled back and forth between the United States and China, but truly I am a novelist by trade. You may know my work, The Good Earth. This earned me the Pulitzer Prize in 1932. In 1938, I achieved the distinction of becoming the first American woman, and the fourth woman overall, to receive a Nobel Prize in Literature. My writing continued throughout the rest of my life, with China being the setting for most of my pieces. This was concurrent to my humanitarian efforts to protect Asian Americans against racial intolerance by increasing awareness. I also strove to improve the living conditions of Asian American children, which would eventually lead to the opening of my adoption agency, Welcome House.
My name is Virginia Campbell King Fry, but my friends call me Jenny. I established myself as a writer of short stories, magazine articles, and poetry. I was even offered the position of editor of Mother's Magazine, although I turned it down to focus on my growing family. In 1897, I gathered with 16 other writers, journalists, illustrators at the home of Margaret Sullivan Burke, the first woman to be admitted to the Press Gallery of Congress. You heard about her earlier from Miss Marianne O'Donoghue, who was also at the meeting. Our little group became affiliated with the National Editorial Association and the General Federation of Women's Clubs. Membership in the Penwomen organization became open nationally. I had the privilege of being the 8th president in 1906 to 1907. We met at the public library with a big goal in mind, to secure a permanent headquarters in Washington. That year, we had business sessions and 5 social meetings, concluding with a visit to the studio of Vinnie Ream Hoxie, who was then working on her statue of Governor Cornell for Cornell University. An honor indeed.
My name is Phyllis Fergus. After becoming a Penwoman in 1924, I later became the first musician president of Penwomen. I was known to be energetic and ambitious, but surrounded by such talented women, why shouldn't we be? I wanted to organize concerts of music by women composers all over the country. As women, we could gain national recognition if we performed at the governor's mansions in every state. Okay, I will admit, the world wasn't quite ready for that, but I did manage to arrange 2 historic concerts of music by Penwomen at the White House. That'll do for now. My personal specialty in music was story poems. I combined the spoken word with piano accompaniment, showcasing my comedic skills regarding courting, marriage, and children.
In our short time together, we were able to meet just a handful of the amazing women of the American Penwomen. I hope you are as inspired by them as I am. The inspiration doesn't stop there, though. Take a look around you, at the women in this very room with you. As you can see, our legacy of highlighting the works of talented women continues to this day.